Hello, 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 everyone. How we all doing? Morning, morning, morning. This is evening. Morning for some people, night for some people, afternoon for some people. Let me know your name and where you're watching from. Today I have a special guest. My friend BC is meant to join me. I hope she turns up because I didn't set her a proper reminder, but I'm believing that she remembered. I'll put a phone call through just in a few moments to be sure. But today's day 22 of 25 days Glassboost. We're going to be finishing this mid-year reset on Friday. If you're joining for the first time, we've been doing this all through the month of July, every weekday, sharing on money, growth principles. I had some of my team here, I have some of my friends here, and today BC is joining us. Topic for today is multiple streams of income. And so if you're connecting with us on YouTube or on Instagram, please share the link. Share the link with friends and family. We're talking about the power of multiple streams of income. And I have my story of multiple streams of income, but I will be having someone join me to share her own story as well. So I find this really exciting. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'll put another phone call to BC just to be sure that she's ready. Just to be sure she's ready. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. How are you doing though? Let's talk about it. How has this past 25 days been? How are you really, really doing? Um for me, I am enjoying. I was having a conversation yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, Monday. I was having a conversation yesterday with um a friend, not a, with someone that I see as a mentee, and she was going to explore some acting gig, and I told her, thumbs up on your acting. I'm excited for you, but ensure you hold on to other streams of income that give you guaranteed source of cash flow. Because as with acting, like with many other things that fall into the gig economy, there is no consistency to when that money is going to come. What that means is you might have money to a gig today and then you don't have a gig for the next few weeks. You might have a business transaction that comes in one moment and then you don't have any other for a long while. So my opinion is pursue your passion for acting, pursue your passion in whichever direction. But if you have um, something else that can serve as a steady source of income, hold on to it and guard it jealously. So I'm going to continue to check if BC has joined. Um, I'm hoping that she has the link. Just say maybe you send the link to this phone. Send the StreamYard link here into my other phone. Send the StreamYard link into the other phone. But I think I'm just going to go into the conversation around the power of multiple streams of income. That's what we're talking about today. Yay, this is here. Yo, yo, yo. So
Okay.
I just saw as you came in, I just saw my hair properly on the screen. I look like
Okay.
because before it was really close, but when the screen
You look
split,
like all
it now
those
became
women they just brought from the village to come and see city life. That's how you look. Where's my headphones?
Huh?
Is it okay now?
No. The audio is good. You don't need to use a
Okay,
mic or
okay, okay.
anything.
Can you hear
It's
me?
fine. Yes, very clearly. You're
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
Okay. It's fine.
mm,
Okay.
it's
All
good.
right.
Just we can go ahead
All
with the
right.
conversation. Face is bright, face is shining. Um, let's talk about
Okay.
this, the power of multiple streams of income. I was like, if there's anyone I want to have this conversation with, it is BC. Because you're someone who has always always, like, if we want to dig it back to even when we were teenagers, you've always had an alternative source of
Yeah.
income. There's always something else that can bring in that cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to dig into it,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that it was always in you to not settle for one thing? Because even when you were a teacher, let's not even go as far back as when we were in school. Let's deal with, as a teacher, that you were
Mm-hmm.
earning your teacher's salary. Why didn't you feel comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
earning a teacher's salary? Why were you still looking to sell other things to bring in source of income? Tell us how your multiple income story came through. I'm doing overloading questions. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. Just choose the one you want to start with
It's
and
fine.
flow.
Anyone, go ahead. So, good evening, everyone that's watching from all over the world. The Waker, BC Ubo here. And like Tokbe rightly said, I'm a multipreneur. I've always been. So I grew up with my grandmother who was into many things, right? She was a seamstress. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. She
I
was a
was
seamstress.
glitching for
She
a while,
was
but I can hear
a
you now.
caterer. Okay. Okay. She was a seamstress. She was a caterer. She was a singer, and she sold, petty things, right? So I saw her do a lot of things and do it well. And somehow, my talents sort of aligned with what she had. I remember in JSS1 when I wanted to join the debating club and they asked us to introduce ourselves, and I stood up. Everybody was saying, I want to be this when I grow up. I want to be that when I grow up. I stood up and I mentioned 11 things I wanted to be when I grew up. And the whole class started laughing. I can never forget that experience. Everybody started laughing. Who is this one? How can you be only you want to be teacher? Only you want to be singer? Only you want to be actor? Only you want to, I mentioned everything. And guess what? Everything I mentioned, I have become from the age of 11. The only thing I'm not going to do again is running a restaurant. Because there's no time. I don't have the energy for that again. That has passed. But I've never been content with less. I'm sorry. They say contentment with godliness with contentment. Have you heard the scripture say it? It's great gain and all of that.
Mm.
I understand that bit and I'm content because I will not steal. I will not hurt anybody to get what I want. But I feel like I will be limiting myself if I am in a universe that's abundant. The
Mm.
universe is
Mm.
abundant. There's abundance. It can never finish.
At
Oil can never
all.
finish from the ground. A gold can never finish. A clay, a lime salt, all those mineral resources can never finish. Have you ever heard that fish finish from the sea? It's not
It's
possible.
Mbanu.
So why will my resources ever finish?
Mm.
Bang. I am limitless. You can't catch me. You cannot put me in a box. And for many years of my life, people wanted to try to put me in a box because things have worked a certain way. And society just sees that as the only
And the
way.
expected.
I'm here to
Mm.
change the narrative. That's not the only way. I create
Mm.
my way by the grace of God. I have the
Mm.
capacity to create my way and do it differently and also do it well. Because there are a lot more people that are neurodivergent like myself. They're not neurotypical, right?
Professor.
They don't see things in black and white. So when you are trying to put them in a box, they are confused. They're wondering why. Why can't I survive being this way? And for me, the most important thing is, aside from the fact that I never want to go broke, I never want to, because I've experienced both. I've seen lack firsthand, not story that they told me. I've experienced lack firsthand, and I've experienced abundance firsthand. TMO speaks. I choose the latter.
100%. And I totally agree.
I
And I
choose
think
the latter.
it is compulsory for us to know that we're choosing and we are intentionally choosing. Well, whether you
Yes,
are
we are.
intentional or not, you are choosing. So you better get
Mm-hmm,
intentional with your choices and be the one to
mm-hmm,
choose the direction you want to end up, or where the
mm-hmm,
station, the location you want to end up. Because whichever way you are going to end up in a place,
mm-hmm.
you either end up in abundance, in
Somewhere.
surplus, or in lack.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yes.
your intentional choice of the place you want to end up makes your journey much faster. So I'm excited about where the conversation started from, and I like when you started from as far back as when you were 11, because that's a season when we have not yet accepted the world's um expectation to shrink. Even though
Ideas.
even though in
Yes.
your class then it still felt strange, but to a large extent, at that age we had not accepted the expectation to shrink, but we were still free to fully dream and see possibilities in every dimension. And I think that it is something many people need to connect, many people watching need to connect with, that dreamer side of them, the part that can see possibilities, that has not been trained to shrink, has not been trained to see the walls, the one that is going to, children run into walls. They try to jump a big
Yeah.
gutter. They don't understand that their leg cannot cross the gutter yet.
Yeah.
So they fall into the gutter and they will try again, thinking if I try and try and try, I'll jump into it. That ability to connect with that inner child and be able to fully experiment is very important, because multiple streams of income also comes with a lot of responsibility that we don't talk about enough.
Yes,
But
it
I'd like you
does.
to circle back
Yes,
to
yes.
um, building in having multiple expressions and striving to excel in all of them, and the challenge of trying
Okay.
to excel in all of them, and how you would how did you stack
Yeah.
those skills, you know?
Okay. So first of all, before we go to multiple streams of income, we usually start from multiple streams of hustle. Multiple streams of hustle. That's the truth, right? And it's from the hustle that will now start, when the hustle starts paying, that will start making income from it. But when you're just starting up, it's not a stream of income. It's another stream of hustle that you're just trying to, maybe you're gifted in many things and you're saying, instead of just putting my egg in one basket, let me do
Mm-hmm.
this, let me do that. There are flip sides to it. Everything has its advantages and disadvantages. But you would ask yourself, do I have the energy and the capacity to handle this to the extent that I want to handle it to? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people would say, do one thing, when that thing blows, every other thing can now be built with it. It's okay. But for other people, they are doing that one thing and they feel like I still have energy for other things. I personally get really bored very fast. And the only way I enjoy my life is that I'm doing multiple things. I've tried to streamline myself many times because I've heard many talks. No, don't do this one. Hi, I've started this one. Please don't do that. I'm like, okay, which one do I? Okay, let me leave this one. I have many ideas. Okay, let me not follow this idea because people will now say, and I realize I'm beginning to limit myself. That's not who you are, BC. You are cut from a different cloth. Okay, embrace who you are and follow it like that. So you need to have the capacity. Ask yourself, are you doing it because other people are doing it, or because that's who you are? And that's why, if you want to match me, try. Let's go head to head. Then we see who go tire, because this is my wiring. I
Mm.
sleep, I'm doing it. I'm a mover,
Yeah,
I'm a doer. See, if I have an
all the
idea,
time.
except I don't want to pursue that idea, the next minute I'm handling it. You are seeing me moving. You're wondering, when did we have this conversation? Right? So if you don't have that capacity, if you're not neurodivergent, if you're neurotypical, it's not your thing. Don't do it because you see BC doing it, you will burn out. And that's why I
Mm.
don't burn out. Right? With everything that I'm doing, guess what? I have time to do my massages. I do two massages twice a week. I have time to swim if I want to swim. I work out if I want to work out. I have time to play the keyboard, the instruments, if I want to do that. I have that time. You that are doing one thing, you are barely even having time to rest or to focus on other things that give you joy. And me, with all the things I'm doing, I'm having the time. That tells you that we are wired differently and you cannot
Are you
even
sure
want
it's not
to
just that you
compete.
have the
But
time management? Are you sure it's not that you've learned time management
in fact, I'm going
over
there
the
now.
years?
It's, I'm going there. Yes, I'm going. No, the
Mm.
same with when with more comes greater responsibility, right? So
Mm,
because I knew who I was and I had the
mm,
capacity to do many things at once, I had
mm.
to learn how to manage my time very quickly.
Okay.
It was very important that I learned how to manage my time. I did a few courses on time management. So people need to
Mm-hmm.
also learn to build their skill. I'm very good at managing my time. And I have also the capacity to multitask. I can be doing three different things as I'm having this conversation now, and I will not be distracted, right? People see it play out on live television when I'm hosting, and maybe somebody's yapping me. I'm hosting the show and I'm answering the person, and I'm coming back to ask the right questions. Do you get? I have that. My brain is interwoven in that, maybe because I'm a creative as well. It's
Mm,
interwoven. So I have that. That's on one hand. Then when you're starting up in building the multiple streams, you need to understand one of the beautiful things I understood very quickly from my husband, who is a financial guru, is the fact that there's a difference between you working for your money and your money working for you. Many times we are working for our money. We have not
mm,
learned how our money would work for us. So
mm,
you are selling real estate right now.
mm,
You buy that real estate, you keep it somewhere, it's compounding. The interest is accruing gradually
mm,
year on year and all of that.
mhm,
Somebody else is selling something. Now, I sold hair, I sold outfits, I'm selling skincare, I'm still doing the three businesses together. And
mm.
the energy I deploy in hair is the amount of energy I deploy in skincare, is the amount of
Yeah.
energy I need to deploy in the clothes for me to be able to
Mhm.
have customers. Now, if I don't put in those energy, I will not be able to make sales. That's
Yeah.
multiple streams of hustle, not necessarily multiple streams of income. Even though
Mm,
money is coming from there, I'm still deploying energy to keep
mm,
it going. Now, if I now get the resources, the income, the profits monthly, and I decide to lock it up in like a mutual fund, or
mm.
I buy a property,
That's
or
multiple income. Mm,
thank you. Now I'm not deploying energy to work that money. The money is now
mm,
working for me. As I get my return on investment, those are multiple streams of income. So if you're multi-talented and you're not able to use the benefits of your resources to sort out yourself, where even if I don't sell hair in 3 months, I will not be hungry because something is bringing money where I don't need to deploy my energy. That means you have not started. So I like what you're doing. And when I look back a few days ago, I remembering when we started having fight. We never even knew that you were going to do things like this. When we started having financial conversations in the office, you had to start asking questions. How are we working our money? Are we saving? Are we investing? And then we'll sit
I
down.
started as I started learning, and
Yes,
I always say it that I can teach today, but I was an avid learner, and I'm still an avid learner. You
yes.
mentioned something a few minutes ago. I don't want that, and I want to come back to this how we started the learning, but you spoke about the fact that making your money work for you. And there are contexts to these things and personal experiences. You can actually have multiple hustles and structure your multiple
Mhm.
hustles. So when you build
Yes.
structure into your business, that doesn't require that now requires less supervision on you because you've structured that
Mhm.
business is a way of ensuring you move from hustle into pure stream of income. So the hustle
Yes.
season is when I'm the one answering the phone call when they are ordering
Yes.
hair.
It's the
I'm the one
starting point.
answering the phone call when you are the one. And some people are there for decades, BC. So it's not starting point, so it's knowledge points. Some people
Mm.
run, I've met people in real estate that they were realtors before I joined. They are still realtors today. Their entire organization is an organization of two. They did not have the
Mm.
courage to build structure and expand beyond
Systems.
themselves at
Mm.
systems. And I just feel a bit like, why would you I knew you in real estate and I felt you were making money as a realtor. And right
Mm.
now, I have gone far beyond just thinking of how I will make money as a realtor, but like I'm paying salaries tomorrow and I know how much my
Oh
I know
my
how
God, I've
much
started
my
paying
salary
today.
will be going out, So
Mhm.
it's a responsibility thing, and that's how you go from multiple hustle to
To multiple
um,
streams of income.
multiple stream, where you are able to say that whether I am sleeping, somebody can click an order
Mm-hmm.
on my website, and they pick this
Mm-hmm.
dress, they pick that
Mm-hmm.
hair, they pick
Mm-hmm.
the cream, and the
Mm-hmm.
next day, without you thinking about it, your team already saw that the
Handled
back end, oh,
everything.
somebody has paid for this thing, oh, they just package and ship. You are busy doing your view, doing your
Mm-hmm.
production,
Mm-hmm.
because you have already automated the process of selling hair cream and
Yeah.
selling
Yeah.
hair. I mean, the clothes, because that system already runs. The person in charge knows that I'm going to package and do the
Mm-hmm.
fulfillment. That becomes that you have built this business as a stream of income. If you have
Yeah.
to do everything, you must have a timeline for how long you'll be doing everything. Because if not,
Amazing.
you are simply creating multiple work and you will fail at some, because you are
Mm.
stretching yourself thin. You only have 24 hours, out of which you are meant to
Yes.
spend a one third of it
Yes.
sleeping,
Yeah. So, Topa,
people
let me add
eating,
something
and
to
all
that.
of that.
So
Mm-hmm.
it takes courage. A lot of people are not able to, move from where they are to where they want to be because they lack the courage. They lack the ability to take the risk. Everything is a risk. We had the conversation a few days ago on everything in life is a risk. Do you have the courage to take that leap? For some persons, when I started employing and expanding my people, I knew that I needed to make my business so seamless that even if I'm on vacation, I'm not around, business will still go on, right?
Mm,
But it took me pain to start bringing out the salary to be paying when I've not even started seeing the results like that. But I knew that where we are going to is not here. It's not me that will answer all the customers. It's not me that
mm,
will do all the packaging. Like, I don't even
mhm,
want to see it. What I can do for you people, because these days we are doing more of a founder-led businesses, is I will show my
mm,
face. I can wear the clothes just for you
mm,
that particular day, and that
mm,
is it. Every other thing you guys are working it, right? So it takes courage to be able to get there, and also asking yourself, what is my why? Why did I
mm.
start? Many of us in Africa started businesses, including myself, because we didn't want to be hungry. We didn't want to be
Yeah,
ever broke.
you wanted to make
We
more
didn't.
money.
Yes, we didn't see the big picture. But as you progress, you start asking yourself, okay, now I'm making the small change. Me, I like money to be entering my account every day, even if it's 10 naira. I don't care. Let's a lot just be doing going. Any small thing, going. It gives me joy. That was why I started business, right? But a time comes in that business and you're asking yourself, what is my why? Why am I here? Why
Mm,
am I doing this? Do I want to just do this and when I die, it goes with me? Do I want to
mm,
do this and I want to build something that my children can, even if they don't actively play in it, but it can be in the family, becomes a family business? Where
mm,
am I going to? When you start asking the right questions about what your dreams are, then you can make the right decisions to put the systems in place. But a lot of people are still not there yet, and you cannot force people
into
to
that
move
space.
faster than
Oh,
where their mind has been.
I used to try to force people. I've learned, and I learned very, very slowly.
They will
I
hate
learned
you,
that
Seth.
one. Yes, I made a lot of unnecessary enemies and fighting on top of their own matter for them to grow
Mhm,
and blow.
mhm,
I
mhm,
realized now that some people, they just don't like money. They like money
mhm.
with their mouth, but they're not willing to do the work to make the
To
money
put
that
in
they
the
like.
work, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And
It's hard
there are
work.
some people that they feel that this money thing is not for everybody and that they are okay with mediocrity. And I've
Mm,
learned to say it's okay for you. Like before
mhm.
I was fighting people that you must prosper. You can do more. Now, if you want to fail, just carry your failure away from my
Away
corner.
from my sight. Thank you.
That's where I am now. That but because I know that we're doing this live, because we know, I know strongly in my spirit that I've gotten a lot of advantage from people who had gone ahead of me, who'd experienced life, done business, failed at some, excelled at others, who
Mhm,
took the time to document and teach on social media without knowing that somebody called TMO would one day find inspiration and motivation and energy and
from them.
thoughts from what they put out there. So I consistently try to put stuff out there, hoping that someone will sit down one day, watch
And
the
be
video and
inspired.
say, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it the same way I feel when I watch some other people's video. And that's why I brought you on board. So let's dig into multiple businesses. At first,
Okay.
when I was going to give you a topic, I wanted you to talk about starting from zero,
Okay.
because I knew that you did not start your business with a lot of money. And people don't believe it. I posted today that right now we have 11 estates fully paid for, and I'm talking over 500 square meter of land. But when I was starting Rep 360, it didn't have Shingbai, we didn't have one kobo. It wasn't with any one naira. It was literally in this house on this dining, well, a different dining table, that I was just on my laptop trying to use doing my website by myself on what was this app I was using? There was a particular app that you could design your website by yourself. I was doing that, sending out broadcast messages. I started with zero. I know the story. I know you started with zero, but somebody needs to hear the way you started, because I know it's so interesting, because yours is a bit different from mine. I started as a realtor. You started even with sales as well. So let's hear
Yes.
how you started.
Okay. Because I started exploring early, trying my hands out on selling this. So I've always loved to sell, right? I told you my
Mm,
background with my grandmother. I've always loved to
mm,
sell. So when I'm selling some things and people are like, you're doing this again. I say I've done it before. I'm just reconnecting to the things I did before that I feel I can do again. Honestly, there's nothing I'm doing now that is new to me. I've done them before.
mm,
So I started with when I started after secondary school, I sold. I was baking chin chin, frying chin chin, baking. There was this shop in front of my father's house. I'll put it there. I was selling there. When I got into the university, I did a bit because I've always loved Ankara. I sold a bit of Ankara my final year, just about to graduate. And then when I started working as a classroom teacher, I sold human hairs. Yes, I sold human hairs. I was bringing in hairs at the time from Dubai. That was when human hair just started. I wore 360 weeks for many of my videos. You shot my music videos at the time. I was selling hairs. I sold English outfits. In fact, teachers would come to my room because I was in the school hostel in the evenings to buy their wares, right?
come and
I
try it
did that.
out.
Yes, try it out. English words that I just started doing now. I did it as a classroom teacher, right? So I've always loved to sell. Now, when I now sold, um, I brought in shoes from the US and
Mm,
children's clothes from the US. And that time, just before I could finish selling the goods I had, dollar went up. Dollar that I got 160 went to 300 and something. And then I lost money. I ended up giving out most of those things and all of that. And so by the time I was thinking in 2020, what should I do? What else? What else? Then, I've come on your view and all of that. I've started your view at the time, and I was like, what else can I do? What else can I do? And I love to wear wigs. I said, okay, why don't I just do wigs? I did not start with 50 kobo. Fear did not let me go and meet Oga to give me money because he had given me money before. We're still struggling to sell out the children's shoes and clothes that was on one corner. So I did not have the liver to meet him. I told myself, but BC, you can do this. Just start. I started as a
yeah.
drop shipper. I tell people,
Mm,
I picked the picture. I met somebody. I said, give me pictures of your product. They gave me pictures. You buy. I post the pictures, you buy. The person ships directly to you. You send money to me. I give them their money. I take my profits. In 2020, when businesses were collapsing, was when I started selling wigs. And then shipping was a bit difficult because there was lockdown. A lot of people were not moving, but people were still buying wigs. I don't even want Nigeria is a very funny place. People were still buying wigs, so I started doing the wigs. And when I started the wigs, after a while, I had gathered money. And then one of the reasons I said, let me stop drop shipping was because a couple of the wigs I bought, because I didn't see them physically.
the
You know
quality.
how it can be, yes, the quality, the customer complain, and I hate when customers complain. Like, I feel so bad. I know I will not intentionally give you something bad. So if it
Mm,
happens and it's bad, I used to feel very terrible. So I felt really terrible. It was just one customer. And I told my husband, I said, see, this is what I've made. He said, you've made this? I said, yes. And I explained how I did the drop shipping to him. And I said, please give me small money to add. I want to buy the product so that I can see the quality myself before I send to customers. That's how I started my hair business. That was how I started my hair business. I had done, before I came on your view, I had started Bisuch Patterns, which was an idea I got in NYSC to do African wears. I was using Woodin. I even launched at a metropolitan fashion show in Magodo before I came on your view. So when I now started selling the wigs and it was going, I said, okay, let me just add Ankara now.
Clothes.
Let me just add clothes now. You buy wig, you buy clothes. We move. I didn't even go where I was going before because the tailor at the time that helped me with the fashion show, he was very good, Sulaimon. Uh, was I had moved away from that area, and it was difficult getting him. And he was the only one. You know how these local artisans can be. He sews very well,
Yeah.
but he will mess you up
He
when you
doesn't
need
have
him
the
to do.
team.
So I saw somebody
Disappointment.
who was doing wholesale.
Oh my God. What happened to the network? Goodness me. And BC was just digging into the story of how she started with zero. If you can hear me, please put in the comments you can hear me. We're waiting for BC to reconnect. I can still see her there, but the screen just went black. So she's still on the side, but I'm sure she would reconnect with us properly in a few minutes. While we're waiting for that, you heard from her the story of how she started with zero, but not necessarily without the skill, because many times we hear start with zero, but we don't realize that starting with zero also means that you don't have cash, but you have
Hello?
skills. BC has skills. Yes, you're back. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 yes. Continue. And then you're gone again. So while
Oh
waiting, you
God.
came in briefly and then you're gone. But I think I can hear you actually. I just can't see you. Okay, so skills. While you're waiting to have the money, ensure you have the skills because we talk a lot about starting with zero, starting with nothing, but we technically did not start with Naira, but we started with skills. I started real estate without cash, but I had the ability to market. And if you can hear from BC, right from school, we done this sell. I was selling shaping of eyebrow. I was selling doing people's eyebrow and drawing their eyebrow for them before I even started doing makeup. So you need to understand that you have to start with, there's something you will start with. You will start with the skill, with the raw material, with the ability to um with the ability to be able to convert, that skill into something. So it becomes cash for you over time. Now, BC had shared that she started doing hair from drop shipping, but she had done a bit of clothes before. Um, One of the things where we differ a bit is I'm very, very, I go for the money, like, oh, where's the big money? Oh, let me add her to stage. She's back behind the scene. Yes, BC, you're on stage now. Let's hear
Mhm.
from you.
Okay, so you say you like to get the big money, Abby?
BC wants alert every day. I don't mind. I don't get alert every day. I don't mind. I don't mind
You
that
want the big babe.
my alert comes early in the month and end of the month.
End of the
Like this
month,
is my
yeah.
alert season. As people get their
Yeah.
salary, they are transferring that 1 million, transferring that 5 million, 500,000. They will start
Yes.
paying their installments. So I don't mind because I think I had done a lot of. But I also want to explore small money. I was discussing an idea with you that is small money that I connect with because you need to be able to have both. Have something that brings you and something that brings you so that you are getting alert every day. Let's get
Yeah.
back to your story of clothes. How did
Yes. Yes.
House of Beauty now start from Bisuch patterns?
Yeah. So started this year. I started business patterns. I done my designs. We started selling. I was even doing shoes and wallets. Shoes and wallets. I think it was just last year my husband stopped using the wallet I made for him many years ago. Like the wallet was so good, pure leather and all of that. So and then when I started, I said, okay, B-switch pattern. People are struggling to pronounce the name. Let me just do BC since I'm already on TV and people are now knowing me as BC. So that was how House of BC came about, right? And then while I was still selling, money was coming in here and there. I said, okay, I've always wanted to go into food as well. Let's start. I did a bit of snacks, kuli kuli, dankwa. Let's just start. Why I stopped that was when I now started the skincare. and I saw the stress getting NAFDAC. I'm like, I can't do this for skincare and do this for food. Please, let me just face one. So I left that aspect of the business. And that's how it happens. You try out your hands in different things, and then you sit with the one that now works best for you. I like the good money too. I also thought about getting into real estate. One of the reasons I didn't do that was because of you. I'm like, I don't want to be in this space where Tokma is selling land, BC is selling land. We can sell different things. We can
And
rub off on
collaborate
each other.
seamlessly.
Yes, and collaborate. Yeah. So because I liked the big money too. You know me now, I'm a money girl. Anything that will give, I'll just come and speak English. And me, if I was selling this thing you're selling, for the 2XF, I would just come and shake bomb bomb and sell my my property and make the big money. But when the conversation came about, a couple of people met me at the time, like, would like you to sell for us and all of that. I said, no, we already have, if my friend of mine is doing this, let me focus on my own thing. And I'm enjoying what I'm selling. Like, I love the skincare that I'm doing. It's beautiful. I've been on the show without makeup on my face for 1 month now. I'm enjoying it. I can play around with it. I love to do the things that I enjoy doing, right? So I started with nothing, basically. And I was able to grow gradually and gradually and gradually. And when I was launching 5 years of starting the business, I, got a shop. I opened the shop, physical place. I launched into the physical place and all of that. So it's been growing. And I always tell people the first thing you get is skill and passion for what you want to do, right? Get that skill, make sure that you are passionate about what you want to do. When it comes to making money, you don't really need passion as such. I'm making money from a place of comfort. Let me establish this. If you're coming from a place of take you there,
I didn't
I've
get you.
compared lives and I've compared different things. Okay, I said I'm making money from a place of comfort.
Mm,
I'm not making money. I'm not doing business because if I don't do it, I will not eat.
mm,
I'm doing it because I love to have more. I want to
mm.
build a legacy.
You want to have
I want
your
to build a
own.
family legacy. That's why
Mm-hmm,
I'm doing this. I want to have my own personal self-actualization, right? I
mm,
want it to be known that I built something for the family. That's where I'm coming
mm,
from. So my
mm,
drive will totally be different from somebody who, if you don't sell, you will not eat. Because it's easy for me to say, be passionate about what you want to do. I'm coming from a place where I can afford passion. Passion is luxury. I can afford to be passionate because I'm not of where the next meal is going to come from. So if you're from
mm.
a place, I'm talking to people who are in situations where they are thinking of where the next meal is going to come from. You cannot afford passion. You have to find the fastest thing to get you to where you're going. And when you get there, you can now start funding your
Throw,
passion.
throw yourself passionately into where you will make money. Throw
Yes,
yourself passionately.
that's it.
I don't believe
Whether
that.
it's
I think
shit,
I think passion
whether it's
it
shit,
grows.
whether it's shit you want to pack.
I
Because
will
hold on,
do.
you may not like Tobe, you may not like packing shit. You like packing shit now. I don't see anybody that just enjoys going to go and be doing public toilets and be packing shit. No. But the money is there.
The person
And
that
where
made
you're
the
coming
money
from,
says
you
shit
want to
business is
make
good
that
business.
money.
He says shit business is good business.
Exactly.
Otuba
Good.
Gaddafi is
So you
dead
make that
now.
money. Maybe, yes, maybe you want to sing, for instance. You want to sing, but you don't know if you start the sing, if you will blow like Tiwa Savage, or you want to do luxury homes and all of that. You don't know how it's going to work, but you see the shit and you're looking at let me start this one now. By the time you make money from the shit, you can now go and start your singing. Your money can now fund the extra things that you want to do. And if it becomes strong enough, you can now even leave the shit business, sell it, and enjoy. So let's not make it a blanket advice, which is follow your heart, follow your passion. It will not work for everybody, depending on where you're starting from.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So know
also
where you're
think that
starting from. If I
mm,
don't sell, will I eat?
I also think that sometimes it's a beautiful thing to work from a place of comfort, but it's also there's a lot of creativity that will be deployed when you are hungry because you know you got to make this thing work. When you are hungry, you know that you have to put in that effort. This thing has to click. So yes, working from a place of comfort is good, but working from a place of I the reason this thing worked is because I did not have a choice. We must make money. We must make I have to, if not, we're not going to eat. And that also can work, but you have to be able to transition from
But
that place where you have to transition from where
yes,
desperation is fueling
there's
you.
no
You have to transition. There must be like,
yes.
okay,
But you
this
need to
is
understand.
I'm just
You need to understand something, Tokwe. There is no best way in this life.
yeah,
We
just your own way.
only have our
Choose your own
ways.
way. Mm.
Your own
Choose
way.
your own way.
What is
Mm.
authentic to you? So I'm working from a place of comfort, for instance. But the
Mm.
drive I have, many people that are
Even
hungry
those
don't
that
have
don't
it.
have, and I know that,
Yes, I've
and
seen
I
many
know that. So
people
let them not
that
listen to you and think
don't
that
they know that if they
you are
don't
chilling.
sell, they will not eat. They don't have the kind of drive I have. Even me that eat out. So it's about what is driving you. It's about where you want to be, who you want
Mm.
to be. I had a conversation with an old friend recently, and we're talking, and I said, he was like, he saw my poster for Girl Boss Lifestyle. I was like, you have started selling English clothes. I said, yes, so I want to be the female Dangote. And I said, that's a good one. Dangote Protege. That's a good one. I would have thought you would say Alakija or mentioned other names and all of that. I said, well, their style of business is different. Looking at Dangote style of business is more like what I'm doing, which is having different products, and then it's a conglomerate and all of that. And that's why I quickly called him. I will not be a Dangote, I will be a DC. My own style will be called after my own name because
Mm.
in personality and everything, Dangote is not my kind of person. We don't have the same talent, we don't have the same gifts, we're different, but it's just that I like making money too, the way he likes making money and all of
From
that. And we
different things.
laughed about it. So you would find, yes, from different things, you will find what works for you and be authentic to yourself because nobody can ever be you, and you can never be you can't have
Yeah.
people you admire, but your style is your style, your touch is your touch.
100%.
I'm not afraid
Mm.
of doing the same thing you're doing because our
Mm.
styles are different, our
Mm.
touches are different, right? I may
Mm.
respect you because we're in the same space, but if we were not in
Mm.
the same space, we will do it, and we will do
Mhm.
it differently. So it's
Mm.
important to know what works for you and also trust God to help you. Very, very important.
So let's talk about the ability to the comfort of multiple streams of income because when we when we talk
Mhm.
about multiple streams of income, the goal is the income there is that money is coming from different things. I
Mhm.
am able to earn money from different skills
Yeah.
I have. So there was a time in my life that I could say
Mhm.
that I earn money from my speaking. I earn money from my real estate. I earn money from TV. I earn money from um, my book, you know, and those things
Mm.
bring in cash for me. If for any reason there are times when my real estate cash is not flowing at that season, the time of the month, second week of the month is
Mm.
nothing really
Mm.
usually happens. We're just maintaining, doing, generating content because people don't earn salary second week of the month. So our real cash flow does not come then.
Mm.
That might be when I'm able to make money from a speaking engagement. Because speaking engagements can happen anytime.
Mhm.
When I used to do makeup, I was like, okay,
Anytime,
I am
yeah.
earning money from the makeup artistry. I'm earning money from photography that I added on it. I'm earning money from training. I'm earning money from selling products. So I had 4 ways I could earn money with the same basic skill, makeup, but makeup as a service, makeup
Mhm.
as a
Mhm.
training. makeup as per I'm doing photo shoot for the makeup, and then makeup as per what was the first thing? There was something for Sha. So it was important to be able to say, if this didn't bring me money today, this can bring money today. This can
This
bring
one
money
will.
today. This
Yeah.
that is the
Yeah.
another thing. And I know that you've had that experience where somebody is buying cream, another person is
Of
buying
course.
hair, another person is buying, like I did. What was it I did not really
Of
buy?
course.
There was I didn't buy clothes that much for a long time. I didn't buy clothes that much, but I
Mm-hmm.
bought hair and I
Mm-hmm.
bought skincare.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that while some people will
Yes.
buy
Yes.
everything, some will
Now
buy
you're
everything.
close.
Some will buy
Yes.
everything, but some
Yes.
will still
And
towards one
different
thing.
and the businesses have seasons.
Mm,
Yes. The businesses also have seasons. So some seasons,
yeah.
some things are selling more than other
Mm,
seasons. Now imagine if it was only one thing you were doing,
mm,
and then that season, because every business has a season where it's slow, and that season is slow and you are not getting money from anywhere. There were times in the business it was the skincare that sustained us. There was a time
mm,
it was the hair that sustained us. There was a time it was the clothes that sustained us. It keeps morphing like that, and that's business. And one of the benefits of having multiple streams of income is the fact that you have safety. Sleep with your eyes properly closed, because you know that at all and wish something go
something
enter.
will drop.
It gives you
Something will.
safety. What something will drop.
Mm,
So even if the job goes, say you no go hungry. That's
mm.
safety. I don't know. That's safety. I was telling somebody recently. I said, may God not ever
I
give
cannot be
us
fired.
any
I
problem
cannot
that
be
money
fired.
cannot solve.
I cannot be
I mean, we'll
fired.
be employer of labor. I mean, I'm go fire on. No, I'm
So
just saying. But
like,
I was fired before. I have been fired before.
but
So it's not
you were
like
able,
I cannot
you
be.
were
I cannot be.
resourceful.
Life can happen.
BC,
I am resourceful, and they
you
missed
were
me.
fired from being a teacher and you became a
No, I
sex
was
coach.
fired into my
You were
glory.
doing
No, I
love
was fired
hanging.
into my glory.
But if
Yes, I was fired into my glory. So it's not that the firing is bad, it's that it can happen. And at the time it happens, how do you first stand
it won't
before you
kill
find
you,
your feet? That's what we're saying.
it won't shake you.
Yeah, of
It
course.
will,
Of course. But do you know why it did not kill me and why it did not shake me? I was not hungry. There are people it will shake. It may be for a time, but that will happen. So multiple streams of income will give you that confidence that as you are now, nobody can fire you, like you rightly said, because you are an employer of labor. You know how many people you are paying. Before they even say come and be going, you say, I don't even tire for now. Let me be going. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But because you have
uh,
that safety, you have that
mm,
confidence. You are deploying
mm,
your skills. You have multiple streams of income. You are doing what you're doing not because of the money, but because of the love you have for it. So nobody has anything to hold over your head. Do you understand? It gives you that. It
let's,
also helps your money to grow faster when you are getting
yeah,
from different sources.
yeah, totally. And it gives you
Faster money growth. You
flexibility.
can deploy this here. You can invest this here. Yes, and peace of
Let's
mind.
share. And that's one of the benefits of multiple streams of income. One of the key benefits of multiple streams of income is faster financial growth. Having a financial safety net,
Yeah.
having less stress about money because this can work if this is not work. You have options. But I want us to share a
Mhm.
few things that can help people on their journey. And I'd like people to ask questions. Please do ask questions on um on how to enter into multiple streams. From our story, you realize that from BC's story, BC was a case of based on our personality, and we share that we share it in similarity. Just start. Just you don't need to have it figured out, and be
Mm.
willing to fail forward.
Mm-mm.
That some things might not work, but
Learn.
the ones that
Yeah.
work will outweigh that didn't work. And every successful person, I watched the video, and I'm going to do a reaction video to it. That every successful person actually when they count the number of failures they've had more failures than successes. It's just that the successes were so
Mm.
huge that the failures were like, okay, inconsequential at the end of the day. So bet on yourself. Don't bet on the betting apps. Don't go and gamble. Bet on yourself and
That's on
invest in
you.
yourself. It is really worth it. And
Mm.
I think that one of the core skills for anyone that wants to build multiple streams of income is to be able to sell. This started from selling. You will not need to have products.
Mhm.
You will just need to sell. Honestly,
Yeah.
as we wrap up, let me just invite people. Let me do small sales. I'm hosting a meeting on Friday, this Friday, and it's for people that want to sell real estate. I just changed the banner that is flashing. Please take the number of Antonia and register. It's a free event for those that want to learn how to sell real estate. You will sell or you will work. Oh, it's not, you're not just going to be chilling, sleeping, and thinking you'll be making those millions. No, but you don't need to have money to start. You can start with your Palasa phone. Your video doesn't need to be clear. Your picture doesn't need to be sharp. All you need to be is ready to push out consistently over a period of time. Then you would afford all the luxuries that you are looking and you're seeing others having. BC, I'd like you to share final words. I'm sure you've had low moments. Have you had moments when you felt what's going on? I'm a bit confused. How do you navigate out of that moment? Because somebody is feeling like I don't go do multiple now. I don't even know what I'm doing again. How am I going to survive this? Let's give them.
Okay. Okay. So let me give context quickly. Multiple. So if you're selling products,
Mm-hmm,
it's one business. So hair, clothes, skincare, as far as I'm concerned, is one business. It's products I'm selling. If I had a supermarket, I will not sell only milk. I'll sell Bonvita. I'll sell add Milo. I will add sugar. Those are different products in one space, right? It is
mm-hmm,
selling, right? So for me, the selling for me is just one thing. There are other skills and other things that I do to make money. I'm an actor.
mm,
I'm an author. I'm a life coach. People still book sessions, and I make money from coaching people and all of that. I'm a filmmaker and producer. I also make money from that, right? So those are the things that now separate me from just selling. Now,
selling.
if you want to, if you're doing business, you need to understand that there are low moments and you have them from time to time, especially if you're on the path to growth. If you're not growing, you are dying. The universe abhors a vacuum. If you are not growing, you are dying. And growth is painful. It's not sweet. I'm in that moment right now where I'm growing because I'm upscaling one of my businesses, and it is stretching me beyond every reasonable. Like, it is stretching. It does stretch me, push or got to stretch up. We had a very intense conversation yesterday, and I was like, when I do, he will do, but I need to grow, and I'm making those moves. So it will pay you. There are many times I've cried on my bed. There are many times I've snuck into the bathroom to cry, to ask myself, who sent me this work? BC, you are comfortable. You can just lie down on the bed and be watching Netflix and be eating your husband's money. You don't need all this. But then I remind myself, who are you? You are a builder. You are a creator. You have to build a legacy. Now, me put myself for that, and so I go work them out. So you would have those low moments. Businesses will fail. You may need to change some of your businesses. I closed down House of BCs to start Girl Boss Lifestyle.
I wanted you to mention that.
Oh God.
It's 9 o'clock. Your phone went off. Oh gosh. So we lost BC for a second. Just simply put the right flyer back on stage. Let me take this particular question while I'm waiting for BC to come back. I know she will come back because she had it. We all have our phones that
Yes,
Apple
yes.
phones just go off at 9. It's just embarrassing
Yeah,
something.
honestly. So, in wrapping this up, you must have those low moments. It's part of the growth process. So just understand, go back to the drawing board, go back to your vision. What's the vision I have for this? What's my mission here? What's my calling here? What am I here to do? And then encourage yourself. The scripture says, I will encourage myself in the Lord. Encourage yourself. Sometimes people around you will not even encourage you. They're looking
I
at you
love
like,
the
what are you
scripture.
doing
David
again? So
encouraged
I said I had
himself.
to
David
close down
cried
House of
and
BC.
encouraged himself.
Yes, in the Lord. Yes. Yes, I had to close that House of BC because I realized that the ready to wear business, see, we're lying to ourselves. Money no really day inside. That's the truth. Because Nigerians have a different buying pattern from Obodo Ibo. The idea I had was to do something like Primark, with Ankara, they no go buy them. If they see design for two people body, they will say, nah, the same thing you they sell. They don't buy like that. But they will go to abroad and buy Primark and buy Zara and buy H&M and buy them. And all of us have all the Zara in our wardrobe. Topper has the same thing. Me, I have. Everybody has, right? But if it's our own design, we don't see it like that. So if you want to make money in fashion, it has to be in bulk. And Nigeria has not gotten there. So when I looked at the review and all of that, I'm like, let me stop deceiving myself. This is not working. It worked for a time, but it's no longer working. Do I
Same
close that house of beauty
strategy.
pata pata, or do I convert it to something else? That's what I did. I converted it to something else. So if you're sitting there, instead of thinking of how to do your own business that works for you, you are judging somebody that she started this one again. Oh, yours is your case. I'm making my money. I'm not come to borrow money from you. I'm not come to beg money from you. Stay in your own authenticity and navigate your business how it works for you. Also get trainings. Go for conferences, do a leadership trainings, business trainings, know your numbers. Those are some of the things that business people will tell you and all of that to help you grow in your business. But no moment, it will come. But trust me, no matter how long the night is, morning will surely come. I told myself this before yesterday. I say my morning is coming. My
Definitely,
morning is coming.
definitely. Locksmith Atilia asked a question, and I feel I would really, really love to answer it. I know you would want to chime in as well. She said, how do you deal with the fear of being seen, especially when you are starting from ground level? How do you deal with the fear of being seen to be trying? Now, when I started in 2021, my real estate journey, I was being mentored by people that had been in real estate for 10 years. My conversations were with people that were like a year or two older than me, but they have been doing real estate for 10 years. A part of me felt like, man, people have been on this journey. Look at you, you're just starting. And when I bought my first estate, I was selling pure bush. There was nothing. I could not even afford to, I'd not finished paying for the land. I could not afford to fence or do anything. I was just selling the bush, and I was okay with selling the bush. My video was done with my first set of video. They were done with my Infinix. My first phone was at Infinix. Before that, Infinix made the money to buy me my Samsung. So it was, and I was doing my selfie video, and there was nothing. I cannot be ashamed of who is not putting food in my pocket. What is what the only thing I can be ashamed of is going to beg. I will
Thank
be
you.
there's no shame. I'm doing my business.
Mm.
I'm starting afresh. There is no shame. How would I feel about being seen? What's the fear of being seen? I am not scared of being seen. I'm scared of being poor. I'm scared of being hungry. I'm scared of dying without utilizing my entire potential. So that's what
Honestly,
I'm scared
that's the
of.
real fear.
Yes, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be
Yes,
hungry.
that's the real fear.
I don't want to not have enough to flex. Ah, I want
Mm.
abundance and
That's the
abundance and
fear.
abundance. So I'm not scared of these things starting ground
That's
up.
the
I'm
fear.
going to launch another business.
Mhm.
I'm starting
Mhm.
ground up. I'm not going to bring in money from real estate into
Mhm.
this new business. So now the business will fund itself.
Mhm.
I can put a seed capital, but that business will
Mhm.
grow in itself. So when I'm starting that business,
Yeah.
hello, people will see me starting ground up. And there's nothing wrong with
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
because you are on a journey.
Why are you bothered
After a
about
while,
who will see you?
they will
Why are you bothered?
forget. People even forget easily. The next
Why are
thing,
you even
they'll start
bothered?
admiring you.
Yes.
They'll be admiring you. They'll
Yeah.
be admiring your
Why are you
resilience. You are
so the thing is, why are you
right.
bothered about being seen and what people would say? Who cares? Let me use the F word. Who gives a fuck? People don't reason you the way you think they reason you. Everybody has their problems. So why am I bothered about how you will perceive me? I went somewhere a few years ago, and then I presented my skincare products, and the person looked at me and looked at the product. I was like, this branding does not fit your person. I said, I know. I'm just starting. Do you like the
And it's
product?
okay.
Yes. Is it working for you? Yes. I am just starting. When it's time to do the branding to fit my personality, I will do it. But have I started? Yes. If you're calling skincare gurus in Nigeria, will my name enter the list? Yes. that time will come. So start. I believe in starting. I believe in starting anyhow, because even the times where I want to plan and plan before I start, I end up losing faith. So I like to just chook my head inside. Let me start. As I'm going, I'm meeting the challenges, I'm adjusting, I'm changing, I'm tweaking, and all of that. But am I on the journey? I am on the journey. Please stop looking at people. They
100%.
don't send you. They will not feed you. They don't send
100%.
you.
So
Do your
let me
thing.
take this question. Beyond the Plot with Pressure says, I'm looking to start my brand relating to real estate, but I am still growing in some parts. Do you think I should get to some certain stage with more knowledge, or I should start now and grow with it? Start now and grow with it. Start now and grow
Mhm.
with it. Every program that has to do with real estate, find a way to get in those rooms. Any free training, attend. Any paid training, if you can afford it, attend. But don't say you're waiting until you get that knowledge before you start. Start here. Start with what you have. That's my policy. And I think that's even what BC shared with her own story. Even the example she just gave now, she knows, say, this, I can deliver more than this, but this one that I have, I will sell it finished before I will start delivering another
Mhm.
level. And that's the
Before.
thing about life.
Yes.
So start with what you have. I'm currently selling land in Ogun State. Don't I see house to sell in Lekki Phase 1 and Ikoyi? I see house in Lekki Phase 1 and Ikoyi now. Me sef, I want to build house in Lekki Phase 1 and Ikoyi, but I'm still selling
Mhm.
Ekpe and Ogun State. Don't worry. I will sell the
You
one
will
that
go
fits
get
me.
there.
I will sell the one
Yes.
that
And you
fits.
will grow.
Right now, the one I'm selling, it no fits me. I don't big past this level, but it's okay. I will
Mhm.
continue selling what I have while I
Mhm.
build what I desire.
To the
But
next
to
level,
think
yes.
until I have it before I will sell, that is a problem. So whatever your hand findeth to do, do it
Do it well.
well. And I think that is the best way to end this session on multiple streams of income. It is a blessing to have multiple streams of income. Be careful that you know your capacity. BC mentioned that. Don't jump into because everybody's doing it, I want to do it. When you have not effectively managed one stream, you now want to manage
Mm.
4 streams of income. You have turned into pieces. You are not even able to, you're going gaga. That's the only way I can put it. So be sure that you can manage multiple before you dig your hand into multiple.
Into
And
it.
don't be
Yep.
scared of failure. BC mentioned shutting down one, reinventing it. It's okay. Some would work, some will not work. Take the lessons. Don't waste the lesson. Don't waste the lesson. Take the lessons from the failures and implement it again. Then don't be scared to start and build in public. Don't be scared to start and build in public. There is nobody you should be scared of. Be scared of you discovering your unutilized potential. Like you get to heaven and you found out, oh my God, I could have been like BC. Oh my God, I could have sang, act, do I could have, and I was letting fear hold me back from doing
And
all
what
of
people
these
will
things.
say hold you
Oh,
back to.
oh my, it will pain you. That's the one that should scare you. That is your real fear, the fear of discovering you did not utilize all your potential. So thank you, BC. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you've had a busy day since morning, and this is past your bedtime. I love you, love you, love you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I had fun.
That's all we can take on today. You have the numbers on the screen if you want to buy real estate. You have Antonia's number to call to join us on Friday. I'll see you tomorrow because this Friday, I can't wait. We'll be done this Friday. So see you
Oh, well
tomorrow. Bye.
done. Well done.
Thank you.
Bye.